So I know it's only January here in Minnesota and we got several months to go before we can even start thinking about getting some stuff in the ground. But we really want to start doing some prep work here in January, early part of February for this up and coming garden season. A big part of the reason for that is, I mean, yeah, we are probably one of the later ones to be able to get stuff in the ground, but if we don't get seeds ordered, we're going to start running into problems on trying to find particular things that we're looking for. So one thing we always try to do is pick just a couple, maybe 3, 4 items that we're really going to put a lot of time and energy and focus in on and try to do some experiments. And then we sort of put the rest of the garden all into autopilot mode. We've narrowed down over the last several years things that we don't really have to do a whole lot. They seem to ride on autopilot, but we have other crops that we've either struggled with and we're trying to get a little bit more perfected at, or we're trying to move more towards an heirloom variety, something that's, for us, something we're gonna save the seeds at the end of the year. That's the nice part about heirloom variety seeds. It's a seed that's been carried over for 50 years. It's an open pollinating, and as long as you're not crossbreeding them, you know, having 2 varieties right next to each other where they crossbreed, you harvest those seeds, you plant those the following year, you're gonna get the exact same crop, where that's not always the case with a hybrid variety. So I want to share a little experiment I have going on here. You guys probably got a little glimpse of it right at the very beginning of this video. I'm doing a little experiment with some popcorn here. Last year we did popcorn out of the garden, had a great year with that. We've taken a lot of our skills that we've learned from growing sweet corn, we were able to apply to the popcorn, had a great year growing that. We got probably 100 pounds of popcorn off the cob and probably another 30 pounds still sitting on the cob. So we got more popcorn than we're going to know what to do with all through this summer and potentially through the next. However, I haven't been the biggest fan of this popcorn. It's not bad, it's okay, but it's not my favorite that I've ever had. Last summer I ended up hearing about this variety that's out of Iowa. It's an heirloom variety seed that was sort of brought back by this Iowa farmer. It's got a little bit of a different taste than sort of your normal store-bought popcorn. One of the big selling things is you don't get a lot of those things that all get stuck in your teeth, all the little kernels or whatever. So I wanted to try this. I threw it on my Christmas list, got it, and I've been really struggling here because I've been popping this stuff. I absolutely love it, and I'd like to see if I can get this stuff growing in our garden. Being that it has heirloom written right on the bag, that seed should be able to be the exact same thing if we can get this thing to grow. The real question is going to be, how did they dry this popcorn? If they used a lot of heat, maybe a propane heat to try to bring it to market quicker, they could potentially kill any chance of that seed germinating and the chance of this being able to grow. However, being it's an heirloom variety, if it does sprout, we should be able to grow the exact same popcorn. So I'm really excited about this. This doesn't always work. You know, we've harvested seed from peppers before from stores and had pretty good luck, but we've also tried other things, had complete failures. Give you an example, apples. A lot of times you get apples from the store, save the seeds. A lot of those trees are all grafted, and if you were to plant those seeds and they grow, you a lot of times end up with a crabapple tree and not the same variety of apple that you originally bought. So something like this, you know, saving seeds from a store or something, it doesn't always work, but the fact that it says heirloom on the bag here, I'm definitely gonna give this a try and see. I think this would be a pretty neat little project. Germination rate has been about 75% on this. We're on day 14. It usually takes 7 to 14 days for most plants to come out of the ground. Corn's very dependent on heat, and you can definitely see these things are starting to stretch out, really reaching for sunlight. Just our shorter days, they're not getting enough light. But really, I have no intention of transplanting any of this stuff, especially since we're way too early to be putting stuff indoors and starting. A lot of times we start that about a month to 2 months before things can go outside, and that's 5 months away from right about now. So just wanted to test out the germination rate of that. So I think I will try out doing this popcorn this year. If we have a complete failure, we have such abundance of popcorn from last year that I'm not really worried about having to go out and go buy some popcorn or something like that. So before we wrap this up, I thought I'd share a little experiment with you guys. Last fall I was doing a little speeding up of some of the popcorn, trying to dry it a little quicker using the oven and some different methods like that. And then what I was doing is trying to test the pop ratio of that popcorn utilizing the microwave. Really didn't have very much luck with that. But I did see a couple of YouTube videos on that gave me the idea to start doing that. And now that some of this popcorn, like this ear here, is, I mean, just sat naturally dried, still on the cob. And I thought I'd share something that would be sort of fun here, especially if you got kids or something like that, or it's your first time. Something pretty neat that I haven't really seen very much besides on a couple of YouTube videos, and I thought I'd share it with you guys or pass it along. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to take this cob here, and we're going to take a brown lunch bag here. We're going to break this off so it'll fit in here. We'll throw it in the microwave for 2 minutes. We'll pop it right here on the cob. Pretty neat little thing. So if you're looking to do something a little out of the norm, I'd recommend getting an order in soon. I've already personally noticed it's getting a little difficult to find some more of the specialty type items, certain varieties of sweet potatoes, certain varieties of specialty asparagus, and things that we'd like to try out this year. So if you really want to lock things down, I'd recommend hurry up and get things going, because a lot of people are starting to get orders in, especially at this time of year, and setting year's goals and planning things out. It's always nice to get that ball in motion, so you're not last minute thinking, oh boy, I wish I would have hurried up and got this, and then you spend time chasing your tail trying to find some of these things. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and we'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.